I've seen you do James Mason. They don't put you in makeup when you do James Mason because the impression is so dead on.
Oh, thank you very much.
But then sometimes they'll give you makeup, and the makeup, when you do John Malkovich, the makeup
actually helps.
Makes the impression.
Without a doubt.
If they're making you up as John Malkovich, does it take hours? I mean,
No. Those guys, Louis and Josh, the makeup department, they're so good. And
amazing.
Also, they will also. I remember one time I was a doctor in a sketch, Hugh Laurie Halloween show, I remember, and I was a doctor in a sketch, and the next sketch I was Frankenstein, and they had a minute.
Oh, wow.
How did they do that?
And I walked around the corner, there was like 8 guys with tons of and they said, close your eyes, put your arms out. And I just went like this.
It's like NASCAR.
Green makeup. Yeah, it was like NASCAR.
They're changing the tires and
they're
everything.
yelling, lift up your left foot, you know what I mean? And I'm like, shit, sorry, guys, sorry, you know. And then they push you out there, and then you're like, okay, now.
I once was there, and I watched them doing all the set changes and stuff, and I'm always, I think that's even a better show.
Yeah,
to see everything that goes on in terms of the transition. I see they try to incorporate a little of that in some of the bumpers, but.
Yeah, you see how crazy it is. Well, my dad, for my second to last show, because I was going to go, it was in the cold open, and I got to say live from New York, and I was like, hey, Dad, come out on the floor, and you'll get to watch it live. And he goes, I want to see you say live from New York live. That'd be really cool, you know?
Right.
And he said the minute it happened, went into the montage, and just this big wall, he got stuck behind a wall. And I'm going, where's my dad? I'm like, where is he? And they're like, oh, he's back there. And they had to move the wall. These guys were like, sorry, sir, come on in. And my dad was like, oh, that's all right.
Meanwhile, you're doing Saturday Night Live, and you're worrying about your father.
I know, they're taking the wigs off me. I'm like, no, him right there. Get him out of there.
Were your parents supportive in all of this
Oh,
growing
totally.
up?
They couldn't believe it. My dad is a really funny guy. Like, he actually did stand-up and stuff in the 80s, or tried to do stand-up, and I went, maybe I don't know. And he's always incredibly funny. And so when I called him and told him I got SNL, I mean, he passed out. I mean, he couldn't believe it.
Did you ever have that weird thing where you kind of go, oh, I really owe this all to my father. Like you're willing to sort of give it up to your father. Your father wasn't a successful stand-up comic, but did somehow you think, like, if I didn't have him as a father, I wouldn't be funny?
No, without a doubt. I mean, he exposed me to really funny stuff at a really young age, and he would do funny, like legitimately really funny bits to people, and I would go, oh, it was like I had a leg up on friends, people like, I don't know, Three's Company or something at school, and I was like, no, Monty Python and, Spinal Tap.
Do you ever worry that your dad's envious of your success now? Like when he sees you doing your impressions, he probably said, oh, if there was a Saturday Night Live when I was a little...
Not at all. He's not like that at all. I mean that sincerely. He's not that at all. That's the thing.
Not even when he got stuck behind the wall?
Even behind the wall.
That might have been tough. Come on.
I go, come on, smash him. No. And he goes, yeah, get there, and then they smash me. And,